buzz is out at the conference. It's been 24/7, but over and over and over I hear you've got this new product, revolutionary. I always want to know what's going on.
And it gets the information into you with just a single click.
Okay, let's stop right there. Can I get access to this shop really quick? Now, this is amazing. As a researcher, there are so many different applications that might get some of this information, but as far as the capability of going online, being able to access not only name, email, company, domain, we've got right here websites, we've got links. That's going to be a big thing when you're developing your knowledge on somebody. Business networks, people search, company search. I know Dave was talking as far as the wave of the future, but with this tool, you are really going to be able to see how a person performs on the web and so much more than the information that they'll have on their resume. LinkedIn, I don't need to say anything about LinkedIn, but the fact that this is so clean, it summarizes information, and you can't see this unless you come around here, but the email list, baby. So tell me a little bit as far as what information is this that I'm looking at?
Okay, this is all the people that have the same domain name in email that were available on the internet. Okay, so for example, I can go in and I can type in a domain name that I know, and I can say, give me all the email IDs in the domain name. All I got to do is I can click on that pen and it says find email IDs for the domain, and it will go into all the blogs, all the research of all the internet, and get publicly available email IDs for that domain name.
Okay, now we've got the information, we've got the interaction, but where most applications fall short, or you have to buy another one, is, okay, we got this information, but how am I going to actually use it in terms of, I know how to use a name, a number, and an email address, but as far as being able to access this, let's just say, I like my stuff in Excel.
No problem. If you click on it, there'll be an Excel icon. You can export it to a single click. Export goes into Excel, exactly the same way you will see it. And from Excel, you can go and transfer to any ATS of your choice, anything that you want. If you use some of the many applications that we already support, such as Outlook, Goldmine, PC Recruiter, or Big Biller, or we can check for duplicates, and we'll actually, it'll go back in, it'll update the contact information there. You can select the fields that you want to check. Data integrity, as I said, was a big issue, and data integrity is a very big issue. It will check duplicates and it will update your existing contacts.
Stop right there. So when it has the capability of checking for duplicates, you can actually customize on any list according to first name, last name, email address. Do you want a warning? Not. Do you want an automatic update?
That's right. Automatic update. So basically, you can take your existing list in your app, Outlook, grab it all out, put it in the system here, and update it with all the latest information that's there. You can take your existing Outlook and actually update it with new information.
Okay, wait.
Hey guys, Jim Stroud here. Want to give you a heads up on this new up-and-coming rising star that you'll be seeing a lot of in the coming days, weeks, months, maybe even years here on the Recruiters Lounge. Her name is Marie Journey, and she has a lot of good things coming out, but I'm not going to spoil it by telling you. I'm going to let you hear what she has to say. So here she is, Marie Journey.
Hi, I'm so excited, and I know you will be too, and let's just say if you want to be in the now, in the moment, in the know, I'm going to keep you posted. Check it out later. Bye. Wait a minute, so not only can I put all this stuff in Excel, which then I can do wonders with, move around, you know, I'll get a pivot table in there just because they're cool. But the other thing I always have to do is get all the information, figure out a way to get it into my Excel, then convert it to the CSV file, and then I got to back it into my Microsoft contacts. So you're saying a click of the button, I have all of this information, I click, it's in Excel for me, so I can do a data archive, product knowledge, there we go. But then put it in to Microsoft Contacts.
That's right.
And when I got them in my Microsoft Contacts, then we're talking, you can really use that LinkedIn toolbar. Yes, Chandra?
Yes, that's right. And not only that, once you got in Microsoft, obviously, if you sync it with your PDAs and other things, you have updated information. And any information that we find, such as like the LinkedIn profile and any other profile, we'll just add it to the notes section of Outlook. So when you sync it, it'll also go into your PDA notes section. So basically, anywhere on the internet after that, okay, you don't have to keep typing information. You have to get to the person's profile, to get to the person's more information on the person. You've got within a few minutes, you can your Outlook, you can import it. You import your Outlook into here. Update the contacts, update all your contact information, and export it back into Outlook.
Okay.
So, Melodye Johnson, supermodel and HR professional, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Jim?
Doing good. I want to continue our conversation about the recession and how recruiters should be reacting to the recession when it comes to interviewing their candidates. What were some of the suggestions you had earlier?
Well, definitely. You and I both know it is clearly in the best interest of a recruiter to really try to match the values of the candidates to the companies that they're recruiting for and recruiting with. Clearly, it is in the best interest for that recruiter to show their network to their hiring managers to try to do that. It reduces turnover. It helps with the morale to bring in those ideal candidates of the values. I mean, if you're matching a good candidate to the value of that company, it's definitely going to show them, and it proves to that company that you as a recruiter, that you're actually doing what you say you're doing.
So it's more about the culture than the skill set?
Well, definitely.
In recession times?
Definitely. When recession, you're always going to be looking for those minimum or those required skill sets.
Right.
But also, you definitely want to try to match a culture too. I mean, if you're a recruiter, you definitely want to say, okay, if you meet a certain culture or certain values, you're going to definitely still blend very well as opposed to putting just a hot body in there.
Okay. Okay, cool.
And if he's in the lobby, you can just type his information in here. And by the time they come to talk to you, or by the time you're interviewing them, you have more information on here. We have a whole dossier on there.
Okay, on that, I don't meet with my candidates face to face.
On the phone?
I'm always on the phone, always on my cell phone, IMing and whatnot. But what I see here, and this happens, is as you are multitasking, having many different conversations at once, somebody you might have spoke with 2 years ago, hot candidate, keeping him warm, comes in and says, "Oh, hi. Well, I knew he was really hot, superstar. We would hire him one day, but let me see what he's been up to."
That's correct. That's
So literally, as he's calling and I'm saying, "Oh yeah, it's been 2 years. What have you been doing?" I can go in and actually say, "Oh, well, I know you attended a conference last week and you were a speaker." And see, that's a very different conversation instead of saying, "All right, tell me what you've been doing in 2 years." I can actually speak somewhat intelligently and find out more of, he can expound on what he did last week, and that's kind of warm and fuzzy for me.
That's an excellent example.
I feel important.
That's an excellent example.
Okay.
I'm going to be betaing it at the end of September.
Okay.
September, so it should be available in October.
October.
Next month, that is.
I think that the release of this is going to surpass Oktoberfest on my calendar, and being German, that says a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chandra.
Thank you very much.
That it's just not a lot of trash, which if you do even a complex Google search and that's all you're going with, you're going to get trash. This stuff is clean. I can utilize this information, I can store this information, and all of a sudden, not only am I saving time right here, right now, but when it comes to really being strategic, which no one has time for because I'm so caught up in the moment, that I can look out and be strategic and tactical at the same time, and that, my friend, is where you're going to get the hires.